Thank you so much for joining us today for Music Marvels with Achickwitbeatz and Breezy Gipson. I am music producer Achickwitbeatz.
And I'm entrepreneur Breezy Gipson.
And we're glad that you've tuned in, found us wherever you're listening in the world. We really, really appreciate you. Super huge shout out to our home stations, Grander Radio based in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and Sparks Radio in Denver, Colorado. So it's always a good time when we get together and bring you all this good news and information. It's been kind of slow during the holiday vacation and everything, but hey, we weeded through all the noise to give you the important stuff that can help you out with your career. So we're excited to bring the show to you, aren't you?
Absolutely, positively.
All right, let's go. we're back with music industry news. If you haven't heard, this move just makes so much sense. But Snoop Dogg's Death Row Records is launching their own cannabis brand, Death Row Cannabis. And so the inaugural product will be the actual flower, and they've got diamond infused pre-rolls coming in the future, a part of the lineup. And, in case you didn't know, Snoop was one of the first celebrity endorsed weed brands in the country back when he launched Leased by Snoop in 2015 to the Colorado market. So that's been on hiatus, and now we see why. So he had something in the works. And, it's always cool when artists can diversify their streams of income with things that still fit with their brand. Because, there's no way you can think of Snoop Dogg without thinking about cannabis. So it's a very, very logical move, and just kind of something to watch and maybe mirror in your own way. If there's something else that you're passionate about besides music, why not tap into it and kind of tie it all in together, right?
Yes, there's so many things that an artist can reach out on the outside of the music craft. So business is business, and business rolls 24/7. So, hey, if you find your niche, jump on it.
Yes. In this good news, the Copyright Royalty Board has officially accepted the new rates. So we told you that they came to a settlement a little while back, but it just had to be approved by the CRB, and now it has been. So songwriters are going to start to get paid more in the US over the next 5 years. And so the way this kind of breaks down, songwriters and publishers will be paid a headline rate of 15.35% on interactive streaming services, their revenue by 2027. So basically, if they're bringing in money, that means that songwriters and publishers are going to start to see that, which is the way that it should have been. So I'm glad that this is actually happening. So they're doing this incrementally. In 2023, this year, the headline rate is 15.1% of a U.S. services revenue. Then next year in 24, it's going to increase to 15.2. Then in 2025, it'll increase to 15.25. And then in 26, it'll increase to 15.3. And then finally in 2027, it'll reach 15.35. So right around that time that it kind of hits the peak will be when it'll be back up on the table again. And hopefully that number will just keep going up, because it's, about time that artists are fairly compensated for the work that they put in. Is you got to think about it, whether people are actually paying for the subscriptions or if advertisements paying for it, then it's because of the content that's there. So you can't overlook the content creators and just give all the money to the company. So I'm glad that they have rectified this, and we'll definitely make sure that we keep you posted as more information rolls in. What do you think about that?
Yeah, so all artists, make sure you get linked up with somebody that can handle all of that for you in a proper way. Okay, mm-hmm. Don't let it pass you by, or don't be there and not knowing. It's bad when something's happening and you don't know anything about it at all. So up your game, surround yourself with folks that know how to put that in position for you, because that's money that can be going to you. That's assets for you. So nothing's better than acquiring some assets where you did the work one time, long time ago, and you're still getting paid residually.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And now, next up in the news cycle, kids entertainment firm Moonbug's revenues grew 148%. And it looks like things are just going really, really good for them. So if you're not aware, Moonbug Entertainment is a giant in the children's music scene and videos as well, with the infamous Cocomelon, Lil Baby Bum, and Blippi brands. So I don't know how many people are on Instagram to check this stuff out, but I see so many videos where people are sharing their kids just going crazy anytime they hear that Cocomelon song. So, it's just kind of something to keep in mind, because with this kind of growth, it's kind of showing you that there's a market there and there's a need for that. Not too long ago, we shared with you that Snoop had did Doggyland. And so, of course, there's tons of music in that pleases both parents and kids. So, if you've got an inkling, it might be a good idea to kind of step into that market, because there's a lot of money in that segment. So if you ever thought about doing kids entertainment, kids songs, something that everybody can kind of rock along to, now is a good time to do it. And so that's some free game for you.
Absolutely. Well, actually, all you got to do is just think about Disney. Just think about Nickelodeon. Think about all of that, So there's a huge market involving upscale things going on with children, so forth, knowledge, so forth, and fun. So, hey, dip your toe in there.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, this here is just a fun statistic, something to kind of be aware of, because the previous year in 2021, music business worldwide had posed the question, hey, will Spotify become bigger than some of the major music companies, like considering the big three? And so it seemed like they were kind of on an uptick, but as we have kind of been sharing, they've had some valleys over the last year or so. But at the end of the final trading day of last year, Spotify's stock price was $78.95, which is equivalent to a market cap of 15.26 billion, which is essentially how much they're worth, bigger picture. And so Warner Music Group's share price was $35.02, which was equivalent to a public market cap of 18.03 billion. So that's almost 3 billion larger than Spotify's market cap. And Universal Music Group had a share price of 22.51 euros, which is equivalent to a market cap of, well, considering the current exchange rates, it's 43.7 billion. So yeah, the the majors are still holding on. Spotify's kind of losing a little bit of ground. So, they all kind of work together anyway, but it's just kind of interesting that one of the leading publications in news, music news, thought that maybe Spotify would kind of hit that mark last year, but they did not. So just kind of something to keep in mind. Trends can look a certain way, but then things can kind of flip upside down. So yeah, just something to be aware of and pay attention to. What do you think?
Yep, stuff flips every day.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a quick pause for the cause, and then we'll be back with more music industry news right after this.
Hey y'all, what's going on, man? It's KO, man, right here out of Ulick, Florida, man. 108 baby, man. Hey y'all, listen to Achickwitbeatz Breezy, man, right here on Using Marvel.
Back with round two of music industry news, and Quebecers are listening to less local music, and musicians are hoping that this new federal streaming bill will help kind of bring them to the forefront a little bit more. So this bill is called C11, and it would require streaming platforms to promote local musicians, including francophone artists, to circumvent the algorithm's tendency to kind of recommend popular artists who perform in English rather than in French. So the bill's already been passed by the House of Commons, and right now it's currently before the Senate. Once we get more information, we'll let you know. But, I thought that this information was kind of interesting because it's something that a lot of us who may not be bilingual don't really think about. But, if this passes, to make streaming services kind of give shine to independent artists from a local area, that would be a tremendous thing. Some people are totally against it, saying that maybe they don't have enough artists to kind of keep it going or make it worthwhile. But I mean, it's definitely worth a try. So good luck to all the people in Quebec who are kind of hoping for more exposure, if that's what you want. I'm hoping this bill gets passed for you, but it's really a tremendous effort on their part, wouldn't you say?
Well, any door that can open that's a positive one is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
So make it, take it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can say to that. Don't let it pass you by. And I hope it turns out great for them. And if it does, don't sit on it.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. That's a really important point. Okay. And the Romanian powerhouse music label called Global Records is opening a new branch in Berlin this year. So they're currently based in Budapest, but they're going to be opening this office. But last year they released over 400 songs. They added 3.5 billion online streams, bringing them over the 15 billion mark. And they said that most of these streams are coming from places like Poland, Spain, Finland. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. And they had already opened their Polish, Turkish, and Russian regional divisions in 2020. So they're still continuing with the expansion after a little hiatus there. But once again, they're paying attention to the fact that there are other people in other parts of the world that can enjoy what they're offering and the type of music that they serve up, if you will. So there's kind of a lesson in that. So no matter where you are right now in the world, just think bigger than your own area. Think bigger than your own neighborhood and your friends even. So there's tons of people out there that are just waiting to hear what you have to offer. So make sure that you can get your music in those places. So, when you're choosing a distributor, make sure that you're picking one that has basically all the bases covered. So there's a lot more than the popular streaming services that we use here in the US. And same to you if you're someplace outside of the US. There's probably a lot more than the main streaming platforms that are currently in your area. So yeah, just make sure you can get your music everywhere that people have ears. Let's put it that way.
AMAP as much as possible.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now, this story, I think we kind of touched on it a little bit before, but everybody's been kind of following what's been going on with the whole YSL and Young Thug thing. But now there's been a list of potential witnesses that have been released, and they include some high-profile music executives. So among those is Killer Mike, Kevin Liles, and Lyor Cohen. And so we'll kind of see how that turns out. But it's a list of 28 potential witnesses, and the high-profile trial is supposed to last about 6 to 9 months. So, we know that Killer Mike and Kevin Liles have already been working on trying to keep music lyrics being used as evidence in the courtroom. So my guess is that's probably the main purpose for that. And plus with Kevin Liles kind of helping start the label, then, it would make sense for him to be called as a witness. But yeah, once again, we'll just kind of see how that plays out. But with this whole unfortunate situation, it's just a reminder, make sure you're careful of what you're saying in your songs. Yes, it's artistic expression. I'm not trying to say, censor yourself or anything like that. But right now, until all this stuff actually gets passed and, we stop seeing this happen so often, just be careful with what you're doing as well. So, it's best if you really care about the music to kind of stop away from the stuff that could seem like you might be doing something to tank it. But, just be careful.
Yeah. Well, it's a whole different realm. I mean, living in Atlanta, the big three television broadcasting news networks here in town, that's a segment of every 6 p.m. news broadcast, 5 p.m., 6 p.m. news every day, even the weekends. So, it didn't used to be like that as far as news was concerned, but there's so much news with this. Each and every day there's a new, and they have assigned specific folks to do nothing but the research, and they're bringing these news stories out that have to do with this case every day. Doesn't matter. So it's large, definitely large.
Yeah. So, it's unfortunate that this whole situation is occurring, but hey, it's better to learn from other people's experiences instead of going through it yourself. So yeah, just keep an eye on what's happening. And yeah, once again, I just can't say it enough or stress enough to be careful with what you say, or even, you know, for that matter, your stage names that you choose. It's kind of hard to convince others that you're not a thug when that's actually something that you're going by. Not saying that he is, but just for the record, you know. So it's kind of unfair that you have to censor yourself like that. But I mean, it's kind of like the harsh reality right now.
Yep. And on a different tangent, you know, want to give a shout out to the family of Gangsta Boo.
For sure.
Her passing away. And, you know, long time, got a lot of followers, long time, been in the mix, and unfortunately passed away this week. Prayers and shout outs to her family.
Yes.
And to her friends as well.
All right, and that does it for music industry news. We're going to take a quick pause for the cause, and then we'll be back with our special guest right after this. You want to let them know who we got coming?
K.O. Brown coming up out of Jacksonville, Florida. Oh, yeah. He's in the mix.
Breezy Gipson from the Breeze team. How would you like to see an online platform that brings you people who've already indicated that they're interested in your particular type of business? Whether it's your music you're selling, hip-hop clothing, you got a restaurant or a cafe, or if you're an entrepreneur or agent for a business. Visit me at breeze2cheese.com. That's using the number 2, breeze2cheese.com, or click my bio link on my Instagram profile to see a live demo of how this can help you get more customers and make more money.
Hey, this is Achickwitbeatz. I am a multi-genre music producer and strategist to indie artists and labels. Visit my website, achickwitbeatz.com, for resources for artists and instrumentals available in various genres for songs, vlogs, blogs, podcasts, themes, TV, film, commercials, and more. Once again, that's achickwitbeatz.com, ACHICKWITBEATZ. Let's make something happen.
Oh man, you know what? Today is the day. Hey, we got a brand new year, brand new set. Got a brand new guy that's been here with us once before. Okay, and so we wanted to set off the new year with a very, very special person. This gentleman has touched us in a lot of ways. He's got stuff that he's working on. He's got business that he's working on. And so without any further ado, let's bring him right on the line. The one and only K.O. Brown, coming out of Jacksonville, Florida. K.O., are you with us?
Yes, sir. What's going on with y'all?
Okay. Back in the mix. You're back in the mix again. Second time. All right. And so, Achickwitbeatz and I, we know a lot about you, from last time. So for those who didn't hear you last time, share with our listeners a bit about who is K.O. Brown and some of the things that you're representing on the earth today.
Man, I'm right here out of Yulee, Florida. Like I say, man, about 15 minutes away from Jacksonville. Like I say, man, I'm just working on music and tapping into editing videos and, things like that. And, 2023, man, it's my season. It's time to sprinkle that there on the whole year.
Love it.
Oh, you came in blazing that time. We got Achickwitbeatz, so we gotta watch him. Watch him.
Yeah. So, you mentioned doing video editing and, that's so important. A lot of people have a need for that. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got into that along with your music?
Man, I just want to keep myself busy, honestly. And, it's kind of hard when, you already doing music by yourself, and then the thing with me, man, you ain't getting no younger. So it's like, man, with music, man, you can always be behind the scenes doing something else, that has to do with music or any other thing like that. So yeah, that's why I chose to do that route. And like I say, man, I'm gonna just keep getting better, keep teaching myself, and I plan to be all the way on point with that also here soon.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. I hear the businessman in you. I heard that the last time. Okay, and so now it seems like you have upped your game. You've kind of sharpened that effort and everything. So with the music business or with any business, you can't just sit and let things pass you by, right? What can you share with our listeners about just sitting and letting things pass by, or where you got to just put your boots on and get in there and get it?
Right. You really, man, you just really gotta get out here, man, and intense your grind. If you want something, man, you gotta intensify. And that's what I've been doing, man. I wanna keep busy, man, and keep myself from out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? From doing the thing, I do. So everything with me, man, is just positive energy, man. I want to do positive things, and I want the people that come around me, I want them to see that positive energy and see those things that I want to do. And knowing how I started, I want them to be like, man, I was there one time. He did it. I know I can do it, but I know everybody had that same story, but man, it's real out here, So it's, especially with coming from, the background I came from. So like I say, man, we all, everybody just trying to make it, man. Like I say, I wish everybody the best. You know, Happy New Year to everybody also.
Okay.
You know, Breezy, I'm kind of hearing a theme here. So, you know, we do the music industry news right before we have our special guests on, and you hit a lot of the points that we were trying to stress while we were discussing the music industry news, mostly about like diversifying and, you know, trying to stay out of trouble. So it's so, yeah, this divine alignment here with you coming on with the same sentiments of what we were just talking about. So yeah, this is really awesome.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so now folks all over the world know about that Florida flow. Okay, you know, there can be people in music or in hip hop or in rap or all kinds of poetry, all kinds of different things, but then, you know, Florida's on its own different level. Okay, so I mean, we know that when you say Florida, you know, the folks in music, they're not, y'all ain't messing around. Y'all are not messing around. Okay, and you come up with your own, you know, Florida's trendsetter. Okay, and so no doubt. Okay, and so, you know, somebody somewhere else can do something, and you know, they're thinking that it's hitting hard and everything, but then, you know, you take that same beat or same flow and go to Florida, and it's real heavy. Okay, with the same flow. So what do you think is it about the folks in Florida that concentrate on their music like that? And it's just a, you know, that Florida thing is a real strong thing. You know, what can you share with our listeners about that?
Man, I think it's the way the sun hit different on us down here. Nah, just, you know, but anyway, yeah, man, it's just you know, all around the world, man, you see all these different artists that really made it. You know, it's only like a handful of folks from Florida really kind of like really made it mainstream, or, you know, things like that. No, don't get me wrong, we got a lot of artists in Florida that actually do music that's coming up, that's doing their thing. And like I say, shout out to them boys and women also. I think it's the year for Florida to really get there and be in mainstream media, man, with not just with a handful of artists, but just like, you know, on their way to being how Atlanta was when they came hitting hard. I think that's coming shortly. You know, I think it's all about sticking together. Also, you know, Atlanta, they did that so well. You know, I think that's how they came up the way they came up. So, I mean, I know it's hard down here for us, but, you know, I think it's the year for that. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, we just got to turn down a lot of this, you know, beefing with each other and stuff like that, man. And all these senseless killings, man. You know, once we get that out the way, man, I see a lot of good things in the future for not only just people in Florida, but for everybody. You know, music and artists around. You know.
Okay. I hear you. Achickwitbeatz, I know you got a question. What's up?
Well, it actually kind of, what you just said kind of took my mind down a different path when you were talking about sticking together. And I know you meant, you know, people from your area, but it just made me wonder, you know, like, are there any people on your collab list that you would love to work with someday, whether they're from your area or, you know, just anywhere? Like, if you could pick any artist, like, oh, I would just love to have a collab with them if I got the opportunity.
Man, if I had the opportunity, man, I definitely want to do a song with Lil Wayne. You know what I mean? You know. But up on him so hard, man. You know, man, he was that guy when I was coming up. You know what I mean? Just like a lot of other guys, man. Shout out to Lil Webby. You know what I mean? I love his music. Everybody down south, honestly, man. You know, everything hit different from me. Every artist that I listened to back then hit different in so many ways, man. And I carried it with me through everyday life, man. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now I got one for you. I got a really good one for you. Okay, now when you were with us before, you spoke about learning the operation of different types of recording equipment, and getting better with it and getting good with it and stuff like that. Okay, so now I don't want you to give away your trade secrets or anything, but let's say we start in a brand new studio today, okay? Or I'll give you a minute to think about it. Tomorrow, we're starting a brand new studio tomorrow, recording studio tomorrow. What is the one piece of equipment? I gotta have this. What can you share with us that one piece of equipment that you couldn't do without, that's gonna help you with what you're trying to do, the way you're trying to do it?
It's kind of hard for it to be one, man. When you get one, you gotta get the rest of it. But like I say, man, you gotta definitely gotta get that microphone, man. You get that great microphone, and then you can't record nothing without that software. So whatever software that's easy for you to work with, whether you got Pro Tools, Logic, FL Studios, man, whatever, whichever one that works best for you, you need to grab that. Once you grab that, man, get you some plugins, and plugins is the ones that's like, the EQs, the dynamics, the different pans, things like that. So you get that real good radio quality, So you're gonna need to do all that. If you're gonna do a studio, you need to go ahead and get all that, because your music you ain't gonna like how it sound, unless you know you're doing it right, or at least semi right.
Okay. So then it's not going to happen in a day or two. It might be a month. It might be a couple of months, before you really gather up everything and investigate where you can get it from and stuff like that. It'd be a couple of months then, huh?
Right. Yeah. Just go to your your local music store. If y'all got a Guitar Center, well, that's what we have down here, Guitar Center. I mean, and then what I would say, do if you want to get started, man, just write out a budget plan. What you want to get first, but you don't have to open nothing. If you just gonna get a mic 1 week, and then you gotta wait a couple weeks till you get some more money, then go get the other thing, and just keep doing it like that. So once you get all those main pieces, man, then you work on your room. If you gonna get someone to build you a booth and soundproof it, save your money some more, get you some speakers. You know what I mean? Just get the whole setup right, man. And then once you get all that, then you go and hook all the equipment that you bought, prior to that point. And once you do that, you ready. And then you just start adding on, looking at different tutorials, like I said in the last interview, man, and perfect your craft.
Well, okay, look, Achickwitbeatz. This sounds like we're talking to a businessman today.
Absolutely. And the fact that you said whatever workspace works for you, so whatever DAW you're using, you don't hear that often, and it's so true. A lot of people get their specific ones and they swear by it, and then they'll pretty much clown any other one. So yeah, the fact that you even said that let me know, like, okay, yeah, he on his business right now. Yeah.
Whoa, okay. So for those who just tuned in, you're listening to the voice of our illustrious guest today, K.O. Brown, out of Florida. I think you said Yulee, Florida, right? Close to Jacksonville.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Shout out to the folks down there. Shout out to the folks. And so now, okay, first week of the year. All right. Now we got 52 weeks left. Man, you got a lot of space on your plate to accomplish a whole lot of things within the next 3 to 4 months, next 6 months, next 8 months. And man, you sound like you got your hand on the on switch.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, most definitely. yeah, like I said, man, my plan is to, my plan is to go real hard. Like I said, man, intensify my grind, man, and do way better than I did last year. Last year was a great, I want to say a great starting point. I've been doing it, but I want to say last year was the point in time where it was like, okay, I'm serious, and I put myself on notice to, you know what I mean, other people. That I'm dead serious about what I'm doing, and this year right here, now that they knowing that, only thing they're gonna be doing is looking out for all my new music that I got coming out, and then like I said, once I tap into the videos and editing the videos even more, it's gonna be a lot of videos that I do myself. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, it's on. I can't stop now.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you got a plan, man. Sounds like you will not only have a plan. It sounds like you got you're putting the effort in there and activity. See, a person can have a plan, but with no activity, it ain't.
Right.
It's not going.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so. Yeah. Well, since you said that you're going to be releasing a lot of music, do you have an idea if you're going to be doing more complete projects like whole albums, EPs, or singles, or a blend, or do you have a specific focus?
Yeah, for sure. I got well, actually, I'm glad you asked me that. I got an EP coming out with one of my homeboys out of Jersey. He go by the name of Jersey B. We got that EP coming out. I want to say within the next month. I think we're gonna drop it next month. But once I get back, once I talk to him again, because he in Jersey right now, but he had moved to Jacksonville. So, like I said, that'll be coming in the next month or two. So I make sure I get that information to y'all, and then after that, I have that. Remember that series I was telling y'all about? I'm dropping. Well, that first part gonna drop. About 2-3 months after that. And that's called Problem, Struggle, Motivation. Time is now. And that's gonna be volume 1. Then 6-7 months after that, I'm gonna drop volume 2. Okay. So yeah, and that's what's going on. And like I said, I plan to have some more shows lined up. Like that's what I want to do. So yeah, that's what I got ahead of me right now.
That's what's up. He said he working, Breezy. You hear that?
I hear that. And guess what? Springtime's right around the corner. Summertime's right around the corner. Oh, shows. Oh my God, man. Well, KO, you sound like a man with a plan.
Yeah, I always had a plan. I just had to get myself in the right position. You know what I mean? To put everything in motion. Now I'm in that right position. And now I'm in motion. So yeah, that's what's going on financially. I had to tighten down. Hey, I got that straight. So now it's time to do it. Now it's time to do the extracurricular activities, and that's what that music is for me. You know what I mean? And the videos. So yeah, it's going down. Like I say, PSM on the way, time is now. Shout out my brother D Gills.
Well, you know what, man? I mean, this is a really royal day. It's a really royal time, and I don't think there could be anyone better than to start our new year out with spending some time with you. So I really appreciate you clearing your schedule out to be with us and share with our listeners, because that's the point. As long as our listeners get to grow and they grow from hearing, they grow by hearing from people like you. So, hey, hats off. We really appreciate you stopping by. Oh, now you got to share with our listeners where people can follow you. So, and then, where they can purchase from you and all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah, man, I had to redo my Instagram and my Facebook. I don't know what them folk did to my last one, but I think it was I'm glad it happened. Cause when I made two new accounts, man, that's I kind of got noticed better. But anyway, you can find on Facebook at Kenneth Brown. That's my Facebook, first name, last name. And then on my Instagram, it's KO Brown. I gotta check it again. Yeah, it's KO Brown _.
Okay.
So yeah, you can find that, and I'll be posting like a lot of music. I always post like a lot of reels on my on both of those social medias. I post like a lot of snippets. So like I said, a lot of snippets I've been posting lately. Those songs actually gonna be on that volume 1 I was telling y'all about. So I'm really just prepping them up with them reels, and once it drop, you're gonna be like, man, I'm ready for.
now, Achickwitbeatz, I gotta throw this in there. KO, you sound like someone that a young person just getting into music would come to for advice. You sounding like a trainer. You sounding like the guy that stirs everything up for the new musician.
Yeah, I'm a motivator. You know what I mean? That's what I am to my people down here. That be around me. I want them to see what I'm doing. And like I said, they done seen me. They done seen me when I was when I was down, and they done seen the come up. So it's just like proof in the pudding, as they would say. You know what I mean?
Like proof in the pudding. Achickwitbeatz, he's showing out today.
He really is. He is. Because I just want to say, like, I really, really appreciate you. We appreciate you coming on. You just came in the door with positivity and, strong work ethic. So, I can definitely see people coming to you for help just because, like Breezy said, you a trainer, you in the game, you know what you're talking about. So that's a rare combo. To one, have the positivity, the experience, and the work ethic all together. Well, and talent. Yeah, can't leave that one off. So you don't get to see that all together that often. So we really appreciate you.
Yeah. And we're proud of you. So, well, look, the clock's staring us on. What'd you say? Say that again.
I said thank you. Appreciate y'all for having me on, anytime y'all ask me, man, I'm gonna get there. I'm racing to get there.
well, when it comes to when 4th of July runs around here, August, hey, we got to get you back. So we'll make that happen.
I plan on bigger things by then, But like I said, man, God first, man, and everybody be blessed this year. Get off people's hands and go do if this is what you want to do, whatever it is.
Oh, he's stepping on my tails right now.
Hey, he's stepping on my tail. He's stepping on my toes too. So okay. Well, look, that clock is hitting us in the face, man. So we're gonna have to wind it down. And no, man, it's really been royal having you back and starting the new year out with your motivation and your determination. So thank you so much. And look, I'm gonna bow out, and Achickwitbeatz gonna close us out. So, but we'll reach out to you again because we already know we'd like to have you back.
Yes.
All right, man. Y'all take care.
Right, you too. We just look forward to the next time, and we'll just keep up with everything you got going, and we're looking forward to all this new music you got coming.
It's coming.
KO Brown, ladies and gentlemen, KO Brown.
All right, and that does it for this week's edition of Music Marvels with Achickwitbeatz and Breezy Gipson. Once again, we thank you for joining us. Another huge shout out to our home stations, Grander Radio in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and Sparks Radio in Denver, Colorado. And I'm just excited to come back and do this again next week. How about you?
Yes. There's a metamorphosis taking place, going to different dimensions. And, there's a lot of info, a lot of knowledge, a lot of awareness to partake of. And so we're right in the mix to help bring that to you from many different directions. So, hey, glad to be in the mix.
Yes, indeed. So you know where to find us next time. Tune in, tell a friend, and we'll see you then. Peace.
Peace.